Hello everybody and welcome to the iGameOver channel. Yes, it is time for a new video, and this time we'll talk a little bit about sound. The reason for it is because I just got myself a new microphone, but let me explain you first. Let's dive in a little bit back. I started this channel recording on a webcam, which obviously isn't great, but it was some sort of start. Then I moved to record with my phone, then I moved to record with a little bit different DSLR, but I never could really grasp the intricacies of how to make the sound right. So it never sounded really well. Then I discovered Blue microphones. I bought a Blue Snowball, and it was a really good microphone, but unfortunately it was really good for voiceovers, not really much for me showing myself on the camera. So I decided to go for another microphone. I got this, my old trusty Zoom H1, and although it has pretty good sound, there was a lot of echo to it. So in my search I found that, the lavalier, the Rode lavalier microphone, which obviously is not ideal because you can see it and it's out there when I'm on a video, but it actually has a really decent sound for its price. So I stuck to it, but my problem was that I want to do some voiceover work. I want to do proper product videos when I can actually properly make voiceover for the shots. And you can't do that with that setup. The Zoom H1 and the Rode lavalier, although nice for video, it's really not that great for voiceovers. So I decided to take a plunge and buy another microphone. And enter the Blue Yeti Blackout edition. That's what I've got. So in this video, shortly, I'm going to explain how does it work, what sort of functions it has, and then we're going to shortly compare it to the other microphones. So we are going to compare it to the sound from the camera itself, the one that you see me on right now. Then we are going to see the sound from the Zoom H1 only, Zoom H1 with that lavalier mic, and then this little baby. Well, not so little, as you can imagine. So let's get right to it, shall we? First of all, let's get some reference sound from the DSLR itself. For the record, this is a Panasonic Lumix D7 DSLR, okay? So, in 1, 2, 3, now, this is what you hear if you would record from the DSLR from the Panasonic Lumix D7 on its own. No other microphones, just an inbuilt microphone in the camera itself. Now we're going to move into the Zoom H1, and this is how it sounds. 3, 2, 1. This is how sounds Zoom H1 when spoken to in a relatively good distance, because you need to remember that the further you are, the more echoey and the worse sound it will get. So this is how Zoom H1 sounds on its own. Here is the test of a Zoom H1 with a lavalier mic in 3, 2, 1. Yes, this is how it sounds. This is the sound that you are used to by now, probably. This is how I sound in every single video that I make. And it's pretty decent, isn't it? Well, let's see how this stack up and compares next to the Blue Yeti Blackout edition, shall we? The rest of this video will be recorded on the Blue Yeti Blackout edition. Blue most definitely knows how to have fun with their product boxes. Here, for example, you can see that Yeti is a legendary ape-like creature, but also an incredibly versatile USB microphone found worldwide. Way to go, way to go. Inside, we find, surprise, another box. Upon opening the inside box, we find as following: a USB cable packed neatly in some plastic foil or whatever that is. We also have some instruction manual, not too big, but I reckon we might not need as big one. And now we can try to actually open the baby up. It's a little bit difficult, it's very tightly packed, although I have to say that the styrofoam is pretty high quality. Let's take it out, and your immediate reaction is, gosh, this is actually way heavier than I expected. Well, not to mention bigger. Just look at this thing. But it is beautiful. On the front side, we can find a volume knob for the headphones, a mute button, well, in case if you want to mute the microphone, and a nice blue logo. On the bottom, we find a headphone jack, a USB input, and a screw to actually mount this thing on a tripod. On the back, we can find a microphone gain knob and a pattern selector, a mode dial of sorts. You can use a gain dial should you find your recordings a little bit too quiet, and then you can adjust that input volume so you don't have to post-process so much. Also on the back, we can find a stereo mode, an omnidirectional mode, cardioid mode, which is what I'm using right now, and bidirectional mode. The sturdy stand itself has also some knobs on both of the sides to allow you to maneuver the microphone into the position that suits you best. So, what do you think? Did it convince you? Which microphone works best in your opinion? Which sounds best? Leave your opinions down in the comments below, okay? I'm really going to be willing to and glad to read them all, and just share your opinions, share what you want, say what you'd like, and I will see you in the next video, okay? Take care, everybody, and have a nice day. Bye. Peace.